Evening, Mundsley tonight. Back with Norfolk Angling Club. 25 anglers booked in. Norfolk is full of whiting at the moment, but apparently there's a bit of weed on the beach.
Right, so peg 26 is by the cafe down on the promenade, stretching all the way down to peg 1. 16 is at the end of the promenade, and the pegs 26 and 17 are actually laid out on the promenade, so I'm not sure how far it's going to come up. Beyond that, we'll have to see what it's like when we get down there. Obviously it was pegged a couple of hours ago, so hopefully we'll be able to get on the beach, but we'll have to suck it and see.
Half tide's just after half 6.
To that end, when you get down there, assuming we can you get your peg and put it somewhere secure so it's not washed away on the high tide? 1 to 16, there's a metal rail that goes all the way along the back of the beach. The pegs are tucked into that, so I'm not sure how far it's going to come up. And please pick your pegs up, put them in your box and return them with your match card. Thank you very much.
Where are the pegs? Can you say that again, mate? You want to beat him on a stick?
I'll just ignore him. Are we ready? Let me show you.
So that's Neil sorting the pegging out. 5's not a bad turnout, so that's hopefully we'll see some fish. Need a good peg. Either one off the top, because it's easy, or it should be. 14.
Pete's 14, Pete Simmons.
Did you get me?
Alright, Tony.
What you got, Pete?
14, and it's not where I wanted. Oh, you're next to me. Oh, you are the jammiest git alive.
God hates you.
I think you do. Well, we've drawn peg 14 and I've raided the freezer again for tonight. So we've got some mackerel, some squid, dirty squid, and I think I've got 2 wraps of these sticky old black lugworms with me. Anyway, we're just going to bind it on, and I'm going big tonight. So 2 O-hooks, 3 of them, 3 hook flapper. You don't always have to cast very far here, so that'll just lob that out and see what happens. I've got Steve Medler on the peg next to me. He's going hard on the worm baits with blow lug and fresh wraps of blacks, so it'll be interesting to see which one works, but we'll have a good evening. It's blowing a gale, but it's off our back, so sea's nice and calm. There's a tiny little bit of lump on the edge, but nothing to worry about. But my hunch is there'll be loads of white in here. Whether I catch any or not remains to be seen, but there might also be a dogfish, perhaps a codlin, who knows. But 14, don't know whether that's good or not. I wasn't enamoured with it when I drew it out the bag. Much rather have been peg 1 where Nathan is, but we'll see. Anything can happen. Hopefully there's no snags out there, that's the main thing. But we'll get baited up, have a cup of coffee, and it'll be time for the off. Just about to kick off. We're fishing the tide down. So high water I think was about half an hour ago. So we're fishing it right out, so we'll be walking away. I've set 2 rods up, 1 for in close, 1 out far. Obviously you can only use 1 at a time, but tactics might change. But I just hope it's not full of millions of whiting. I know people love them and I don't mind a few, but I don't want hundreds of them, because if that happens then I'll change tactics and try for the biggest flatfish of the night or something. But sea looks good, so hopefully we'll get a few. Right, first cast is in the water. I think it went about 70 yards, something like that. Middle of the road. See if we can get anything there. The closer obviously you can catch them, the better, because you can get them in quicker. But see if there's something better out there, but who knows. Hopefully it'll be alright. First cast on the beach, there's a half decent white in there on the middle hook, small one on the bottom, but the bit of mackerel on the top was ignored. So that's only been out there 5 minutes. That fish took that frozen bit of black lugworm, and Steve just there. He's pulled a double shot in as well. Didn't see how big they were, but they're coming out all along the beach and we're only 5 minutes in, so going to be one of them nights I think. But as the tide ebbs off, perhaps there'll be a few less about, but you can soon have enough of whiting. We've had a few casts now and it's mainly been undersized whiting, which is a shame, but that's a better one. Got a white in there, a little slinky thing there. But I was getting a little bit bored, so I stuck a squid on the bottom hook and dogfish. Not a big one, but quite welcome as a change. So we're going to get him measured. Steve's catching 3 a time. Don't know how big they are, he ain't come to me, so I think they're undersized, but he's gone out a bit of distance, so he'll start picking something up, I'm sure. I'm chucking it as far as I can, which for those of you that know me, know that ain't very far. Still, there's fish and I somehow seem to catch them, so that do. Right, let's get him measured up. An hour gone and I've got 112 points. The dogfish was 45 centimetres, the rest have been whiting. Loads of little ones, but don't know if you can see him in the distance, but Steve Medler, he's there. He's a really good caster and he has just started to find some better whiting out there at a little bit of range. So the last ones he's brought across have been sort of 30, that sort of size, 30 centimetres. So if you can get 3 of them, that'll give you 60 points in one hit. But he's had to wade through an awful lot. I think he got 9 undersized whiting before he managed to card a fish, and that's just luck what takes it. But yeah, beautiful evening. You can see the stars, lovely calm sea given the wind that's everywhere else in the country. Yeah, nice start, warm, and yeah, we're wading through the bait. What has helped is I dropped everything on the floor. Mackerel and squid and everything got covered in sand. Much easier to whip on the hook when it's like that, so I might do that again in future on purpose. But yeah, it can get a bit slimy when it's all defrosted and stuff, but yeah, dropping it in the sand seems to have helped my cause, so might do that again in a minute. Give it another dose. But yeah, the dogfish was a slightly different bite. The whiting are just like tap 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 tap, and then you get 3 of them, and it's just luck whether they're big enough. But that's fishing in Norfolk at the moment. There's millions and millions of whiting in the sea. Still much the same. Couple of hours gone now. Jogging along, getting the odd whiting. What you got, Steve?
1 whiting.
1 whiting. Yeah, you get 3, sometimes one's big enough. It's probably about... That's a decent one, mate.
28.
Yeah, you're in. Super job. Well, that's a typical cast for me and Steve, so that's a little doofer. Slightly bigger one and a better one on the bottom. Now that one will probably go 28, something like that. So I'll get points for that, but unfortunately these 2 hooks are wasted, and yeah, it doesn't matter what you put on the hook, to be honest with you. I think if you could catch it on a tow rope, chuck that in the sea, you'd catch these. But I don't know, the dogfish came on a lump of squid on the bottom hook, but I've tried it every cast since and I've had a white in different sizes, but no. It'll be interesting to see what happens with Steve, because he's a good caster and that distance might make a difference and find some better ones as we approach low water. 9 o'clock already, and yeah, the wheels have come off a bit. The fish on the last cast I only got 1, and up to then it had been 3 a chuck, but mainly small ones, undersized. Our limit is 27, so 27 centimetres, and then you can stick them on the card. But Steve's had exactly the same problem all night. I am just slightly ahead of him at the moment, so that's good. But yeah, I don't know, the water's got away now, so we haven't got a lot of depth there, so I have to go looking. If I don't get anything on this cast, I think we will go hunting dogfish, because I don't think we're at the right end of the beach. I think we're all right, but pegs 1, 2, 3 up that way, I think they're going to do some damage tonight. Be a lot of fish up there, but we don't know till we get in the car park. Steve and I are completely oblivious. We're basically just fishing with each other, because you have to work together to get the cards filled in and stuff. But lovely evening, and I've fished next to him a couple of times. He's ever so easy to get on with, so no problems. Lovely night, ever so warm. I've got a flask full of coffee, and Steve's got some quality streets, so we're doing well. Well, about 45 minutes remaining, and it wouldn't be a proper video unless Gus turned up, so he's having a look around. That means John can't be too far away. Yeah, he's devouring a squid. There you go. But I just had a 31cm whiting, but the sea, as the tide's backed off, that's turned into a real surf bass beach, but they've all cleared off, it seems, so might be one. Oi, that's enough. You'll get hook in you. Go and see what everyone else has got. He's trying to make his way to my bait tray, but leave it alone. Go on, do. You've had your share. You're a pain in the arse. Go on, come find your old man. Gus! So I'm going to have to coax him away, for I ain't got no bait. See you in a bit. We've got a couple of casts remaining, and yeah, nothing good's going to happen in terms of the match. I'm sure be some good weights, I imagine, but I've caught too many undersized ones, so you pay the price for that. But nonetheless, I did have a stab at getting the biggest round fish, so I did snitch out a dogfish early on, but it wasn't a very big one, so that'll be beaten. So now we are on the sticky black manky frozen 5 times lugworm, and we're trying to get a great big dab at low water. So we'll have 3 casts at that, see if we can get lucky, and yeah, anything happens, I'll obviously bring you back. Right, last cast is in the water, and it's been very much a story of undersized fish, unfortunately, but I have managed 252 weight points, consisting of all whiting and 1 little dogfish, 45 centimetres. So there's not much in it between me and Steve. Very close. Not sure who's done enough out of us two, but anyway, if nothing miraculous happens on the last cast, I will see you in the car park, and we'll see what Simon's got to say for himself tonight. See you there. Well, last cast I just dragged up the beach, and I've got 2 whiting, so that one might just go, but that's a good one. How big's that? Ugh. He's going to go about 33, 34, something like that, so that's worth waiting for. Nice one. Happy days.
Right, good news. 25 fished. No blanks. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? Right. In 5th place with 13 fish and 228 weight points, Kev Green.
Done, Kev.
Mr. Consistent. In 4th place with 13 fish and 256, John Wilson.
Done, John.
Right. In 3rd place, coming back to the fold, one hopes, Jimmy Shaw with 17 fish, 288.
Well done.
Well done. 2nd place, 16 fish, 292, is Pete Simmons.
Well done, Pete.
292, remember that. And by 1 point.
At Rockland. 18cm Rockland.
With 18 fish and 293 points, so it was just a whisker.
Can't believe it.
If somebody wants to do VOR on these numbers, please feel free. 293, Charlie Needham. Well done.
Well done, Charlie. 1 point, I won't forget that.
Yeah, congratulations, 25 quid.
Well done, mate.
Right. Okay, biggest flat. 31 flounder. Marty. Hey. Second match is already on the podium.
There you go.
Nice one.
Thank you.
And the biggest round, then we're going to do this one, 45 centimetre dog. Cameraman Pete's Pond Pete.
Cheers, thanks
Go
very
on,
much.
go for a walk. Turn the camera round.
It's not worth it for a little baby dogfish. Well done. Thanks a lot.
Congratulations,
No,
right.
no, I think the one everyone's waiting for.
The lucky
Come
peg.
go on, Charlie. Charlie.
Well done, mate.
Well done. So now you don't have to come till Christmas because a few bills have been paid. Right.
Where are we next week, Simon?
And next week is 20th of November. Backton high tide is just about 5 to 11ish, something like that.
Oh, fishing the flood.
Yes, fishing the flood at Backton. That'll be a bit of a first.
Yeah.
All
Right.
right.
Well done. Thanks very much.
Thanks everybody. Safe ride home, please.
Well done, mate.
Oh, this one's going to